Hello, let's solve a LITS puzzle. This one's by zetamath. So we're going to be shading some cells. Just shade some cells and you're done. Now, we need to shade exactly 4 cells in each of these bordered regions. And when we do so, they have to be all connected to each other orthogonally. And they're going to form a tetromino. You'll recognize them from Tetris. So for example, we've got, so just in order with LITS, that's why it's called LITS. There's the L tetromino, there's the I tetromino, there's the T, and then there's the S. And especially Tetris fans will notice that we are missing the O. And that's because in this puzzle, we're not allowed to make 2x2s of shaded cells, which is a rule we'll go over in a second. And so that would immediately break that rule. And so within each of these regions, we're forming one of the tetrominos. Now, for this puzzle, you can rotate and reflect tetrominos, and they're all the same. They're all considered the same. If it's a rotation or reflection, it's still considered the same letter. Now that's important because let's say I make an L here, I'm not allowed to make an L connected to it. So letters can't connect to each other. If this is an L tetromino within this region and it's connected to an L tetromino in another region, that breaks the rule. But I could do, say, a T like this. All right. And then all of the shaded cells need to be connected orthogonally. If I do this and then none of these are shaded, that's no good because this has now not connected to other shaded cells that are going to exist in the grid. They're all completely connected. And finally, we can't make it 2x2. All right, I'm going to get started right now. So these 5 cell regions take all but 1 cell, right? And so you got to be careful about what cell you don't take. So if I don't take this one, I would form a 2x2. That's not allowed. So I'm definitely taking this one, and then it's got to connect up with the rest of its tetromino, so it also takes this one. That's true of this guy. That's true of this guy. And so this is also a 5-cell region, but it's I call it a snake. It's a 1-cell thick one. So because it's 5, it's got to take the middle 3, right? If I try to omit like this middle one, then I end up with a non-connected tetromino. So we take these 3, we take these 3, we take these 3. 6 in size still takes a couple. It takes these 2. Because if we didn't take, let's say we didn't take this one, this is only 3 long, this is only 2 long, right? You gotta take these 2. It's always going to be symmetric. Are there any other 5s or 6s? I guess if there are, I'll see them later. Okay. Now, I can't take both of these. It would make a 2x2. So in order to avoid that, I have to take this one, which means we're going to be an L or we're going to be a T. I also can't take both of these. It would make a 2x2, so we're taking this one. So this one will connect to this one, either as a T or an L, and that will make this one have to be the other one. Oh, but okay, so this, let's just do it this way. If this does an L this way, that would make a 2x2, so we can't take that one, and now we have 2 L's touching, which they're not allowed to do. So we're going to do the L this way, and then we can't make an L, so we're going to make a T here, and this can't be a T touching a T, so that's going to be an L. Okay, that's good. That's not in, which means this can't be in because it would not have enough room to make a tetromino. What else can we say? Let's take a step back. We just got a bunch of stuff. This is an L here or here. There's some cells we can blank out around here. So this definitely isn't taken because if it goes left, it's a 2x2. If it goes right, it's a 2x2. So that's out. And so the only option here would be this L, which makes it 2x2. So none of these are in. This L has the issue of a 2x2 as well. This L has the issue that this is always an L, and so it's going to be an L touching an L. This L has the same issue. This L does not if we take this one. Okay. So, 1, 2... Do we have any issues over here? This would be an I. How does that affect this one? Like, these are definitely out. Oh yeah, and that means these are out. So we'd have to make this L, which would be a 2x2. Okay, so this I is no good. So we're not taking that one. This L is no good because it would be an L touching an L. And so that makes us this L here. So we're not allowed to touch an L, so we better do it this way. That would be a 2 by 2. This would be a 2 by 2. This would be, well, this can't, okay, this definitely can't do that, right? That's two 2 by 2s. In fact, this would come down. To the left would be a 2 by 2, to the right would be a 2 by 2. So that's not in. So this is an I, and we're definitely taking these three. Let's see. This, it feels like this is resolvable on its own. If we did an L here, oh, this, so look at this big clump here that we've made. It has no way to connect to the rest of the grid. It's completely surrounded. So we have to take this one. I only really saw that because I knew that it had to resolve itself somehow. There wasn't going to be something coming in to resolve it, as far as I could tell. All right, so now these connect to here. So this is its gateway out. For this region, we're definitely not taking this one or this one. Like this one would be a 2 by 2. This one would make a 2 by 2. So would this one. So look at this kind of barrier we've made. Like anything below here, these shaded ones below here, are going to have to get out through this choke point here. And then come up and then come through here. And so they've got to touch this one. The only way to do that is to come out here. And that's going to make this I. And so this could, we're not taking a bunch of these up here because we gotta touch one of these two. Oh, and if we took this one, this would come up. We wouldn't be able to take this one. It would go up again. And then we have no way of reaching over here. So that's not in. What about this one? Okay, so the problem with this is the only way this one's reaching up to here. And the problem with it is that this is also an L. So we have an L touching an L. No matter how this resolves, it's an L touching an L. So that's not in either. And so this is in. It's the bottleneck. And then it has to continue here. And then we can't make an L. So I think we have to make this T. I think that's the only option. All right, so now we've connected everything up through here. That's great. This has to somehow connect over, but let's think about these regions now. This would form an L, and that would be touching this L, which is no good. So we're not taking that one. This would also be an L. So the problem is we can't, oh yeah, we because of the 2 by 2 rule, we're forced to take this, but this is now not connected to anything. So that's no good. This seems okay. We can do an I here. L. Okay, actually, let's think about this bottleneck here. Okay, that's not in. Okay, I should have done that. That's not in. That means these aren't in. So if I did this, there's literally no way to connect up to it. So that's no good. I got to do that. Which means I can't take this one because it would come down and left would be a 2 by 2. Right would be a 2 by 2. So that's not in. That leaves just this I. So that's not in, leaving this L. So this one can't come around here. That's a 2 by 2. We're not taking both of these. Because that's a 2 by 2. What's happening here? This one would come down, not make a 2 by 2, so it would go left, not make an L, touching an L, so it would make this S. Can I make this T instead? No. So maybe we should think about this here. If I did this L, it feels like I don't have enough cells here. Actually, that looks like the solution. No, I can't take this corner. It was a 2 by 2. And so it would be this T, but I can't take this. Okay. So we're never taking this one, right? No, we're always taking this. Which one are we taking? Oh, I'm going to just undo. That's a lot of undo. Okay. Oh, that's all we had. We had this X'd out. Why? All right, let's just think about this again. Sorry. I think the key here is we're not doing this. One of the keys anyway. If we do this, we can't take this one. It would make a 2x2 trying to get out. We can never take this one. It makes a 2x2 trying to get out. And so we do that, which makes a 2x2. Right. We can't take this corner, and we can't do that. So this one's out as well. And then now our only choice is to make an O. So that's no good. So we're not taking this one. If we do this were an L, that's completely isolated because we can't make a 2x2 here. So we're taking these two. Still can't make that 2x2. I think this was always out because no matter what, this would extend here or here, which would force a 2x2 if we took that one. Okay. This is still out because it would come out and force a 2x2. And since we're not taking both of these, to avoid that 2x2, we have to take these three. And then I have to connect here and we're done. Okay. Sorry, that ending was messy. I feel like I could have done that a lot better. But anyway, I got there. All right, how'd you do?